Peace, family. MJ the Mastermind checking in. Personal development, reality creation, all things in between. Today's video is on the dance with the universe and navigating the universe's tests that it takes you through in order for you to prove that you're worthy, right? So make sure that you watch this video to the end. I promise you it will be valuable if you're interested in these types of things. Much love, everybody. So let's talk about this, man. The quote that comes to mind, right, is by the great Nipsey Hussle, man. The great Nipsey Hussle, he talks about the game is going to test you. Stay 10 toes down. It's not on you, it's in you. And what's in you, they can't take from you. I'm going to say it again. I want to make sure I get it right. I think I know it by heart. I think I just got it right off the top. But we're going to set it off like that. The game is going to test you. Never fold. Stay 10 toes down. It's not on you, it's in you. And what's in you, they can never take away. Man, that quote is deeper than a lot of people get, right? And the reason why is like the universe is going to test you, man. Like, the universe is going to test you to see if you really believe or if you really know, let alone believe. You have to know, right? Because Marcus Aurelius talks about it's not what happens to us, it's how we react to it. Right? But a lot of people don't think about that the right way. A lot of times people just think about, when something happens to you, you just got to take the next best action, so to say, right? Oh, it's not what happens to you, it's how I react to it. Oh. But no, there's a whole missing part from what Nip is saying and then what that famous quote is saying, right? So when the universe throws these tests at you where you feel like what's happening is not congruent and in alignment with the version of reality that you are, trying to create, in other words, you're just not getting the results that you want right now, these are tests. These are all tests from the universe, right? To see if we can still hold frame, if we can still hold identity, if we can still hold frequency, if we can still hold energy, if we can still hold the vibration of it without needing to see it in physical reality. Because it's first created in the unseen world. It's first created through our mind before it is ever created in physical reality, in physical form. Okay? So, when these tests in physical reality come, first you have to recognize them as tests. You have to understand that anything that happens to you, and it's from a perspective of something that we can't even say that. I can't even say it's something that you don't want, right? Because when you use the principle of coordination of meaning, which means is that whatever happens in your life, you have to give it the meaning of what's the most beneficial thing to you, right? You have to make sure that you have the right mental model about the things that happen in your life, okay? So coordination of meaning is giving something a positive meaning no matter what it is. Like, in other words, you may deem it as a negative event, but you have to find a positive meaning in it and give that event a positive meaning in your life, because when you give that event a positive meaning in your life, it creates that vibration. It becomes now a positive event in your life that led to something good happening. Okay, but back to the test. Anything that happens that you feel in the moment, it's like, why did this happen? Negative event. I'm using quotes, air quotes. negative event, right? Your response to that has to be still in alignment with the frame of the version of yourself that doesn't experience that. Whoo! I hope that did not go over your head, right? So you still have to hold the frame and the identity of the version of yourself that doesn't experience that, even though it just happened. And it's not until you master frame and you master identity and you master the frequency that now these tests that the universe is throwing you, you still have to, it's the Matrix. Like, the Matrix is about your mind, like the movie. All right? And in the movie, Neo is navigating the agents in the Matrix. Right? First, he's set free by Morpheus. His mind is unlocked. Right? And then you see him going through visualizations and installing new programs. Right? And now has all of these talents in the Matrix. Right? But you can look at the agents and them trying to stop Neo as the universe throwing these tests at you. Right? But listen, here's where it gets deep. Remember, when Neo finally identifies himself as the one at the end of the movie, when he identifies himself as the one and he realizes that he has control of the Matrix, then he starts defeating the agents easily. He starts using one hand. He starts like kicking them. Like everything is in slow motion for him now. Once he can see the world differently, even his perspective, even what he sees code now. Right? But this is the same thing with the universe. You got to recognize these tests that the universe is throwing you as just test of identity, test of frequency, test of alignment. Right? So again, in a sense, you do need to be, you need to have some certain level of delusion. Right? There's a certain level of delusion where it's like, it's like and that's why I said the dance with the universe, because you're playing this game with this essence, which is the universe. And this essence is alive. Like, and you have to be aware to see how it's communicating with you. But when you're getting these tests of these events and circumstances, obstacles, adversity, like when these things are happening in our lives, you still have to be able to see life through the lens of you being the version of yourself that you're striving to be. Okay? You have to trust the mirror. Okay? And this is another video. The mirror. I'm actually going to, do that one separately, right? But you have to trust the mirror, that what you reflect into the universe, your identity, your frame, your frequency that you're reflecting into the universe at that time, it's not always an immediate reaction, but trust and believe and know that the mirror of reality will catch up. The mirror of reality will catch up only if you know how to dance. Only if you know how to dance with the universe. You got to know how to play the game and play it's almost like you're courting. You're like courting the universe, But this is very, very important to understand. Because if you don't know how to react to the test of the universe and you lose frame and you start to doubt yourself, you start to lose confidence, you start to lose that identity. then you set yourself back. Right? You put yourself on an opposite lifeline. You put yourself on a lifeline that is not in alignment with where you want to go, ultimately. All right? This is a very important lesson, right? Because our response and our reaction to the universe's tests has an impact on the reality that we create. So if you respond negatively to a test, you are going to create that reality of whatever emotion that you may be feeling. Lack, disappointment. I don't even like saying these words. Oh, peace, love, and abundance. It just felt nasty saying those words. But yeah, this is a very important lesson, man. I hope that this added value to you, man. Like, comment, subscribe, or don't. My job is done. Love y'all. Peace and abundance, family. Until the next one.